Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's your boy Knight, and today we're going to be talking about one of the most love it or hate it archetypes in fighting games, the Grappler. Grapplers are pretty self-explanatory. They just want to get in and hit you with the No, but for real, grapplers are the throw characters of fighting games. They're typically bigger, and they're slow, they have a hard time getting in, but once they get in, they try to hit you with the throws and command grabs. Command grabs, for you newer players, is pretty much just a throw that can't be teched. It's a bit harder to hit, and normally has like a 360 input or something close to it, and the throw cannot be teched, so if you get hit by it, you're eating the damage. There are a different kind of subsets of grapplers, but let's just focus on what makes a primary grappler, or like the pure grappling archetype, what it is. Grapplers are typically big. They're normally the biggest guy or girl in the game, and again, their game plan is to slowly make their way to you and hit you with a nuclear bomb of a command grab. The thing that kind of gives them counterplay, though, is they don't really have a good time dealing with projectiles for the most part. Normally, if you can zone a grappler out and keep them at a distance, that's going to be your best bet for dealing with them. But as the grappler player yourself, you're looking to slowly make your way in and wait for your moment to fucking grab the guy and slam his head into the floor. It's a pretty all or nothing game plan, and people that play grapplers, bro, they know the feeling of getting that big command throw right when the guy didn't see it coming. It is a euphoric feeling for sure. So when talking about pure grapplers, the main thing to look for is a big hitbox, a big damage throw, and a weakness to dealing with range and zoning. These are going to be characters like Zangief, Potemkin, and Tager, just the big boys that you really have to play a kind of different game when you're going against them, because even if you're rushed down, getting in too close for too long can normally end up being a fatal mistake. There is kind of a subset of grappler, though, usually called pseudo grapplers. These are characters that have a solid amount of command throws as part of their game plan, but they aren't necessarily huge monsters or particularly slow. Characters like Cerebella from Skullgirls and Manon from Street Fighter, they have grabs as part of like the center of their game plan, but they're far from being big, slow monsters. Normally the trade-off is a bit of extra mobility and mix-up, but they're kind of trading the mega damage insta-kill command grabs that the normal, slower grapplers have. Whereas characters like Zangief and Potemkin need to work their way in and beat out all the range spammers so they can get in and hit their big throw. Characters like Cerebella and Manon can kind of play a bit more normally. They got, like, Cerebella has a solid amount of mobility, a bunch of high-low mix as well, and Manon can do very fast instant lows. She can throw overheads from across the screen. They're not really limited to being the big, slow, mega hurt boxes that typical grapplers are. But again, they do trade off their big damage when they do get in close. If a Manon's kind of up close to you, it is scary, but you can semi-deal with it. If a Zangief's next to you, it's kind of a game-ending fear, if you know what I mean. If you're looking to start picking up grappler characters, you can pretty much start with most of them, with a couple exceptions, because they do all kind of play the same. I think Zangief, Potemkin, and maybe even the guy named Grappler from DNF Duel are probably your best bets to start off, but there are characters like Waldstein from Under Night and Iron Tager from BlazBlue that are grapplers but have a bit of a different take on what the usual playstyle is. A list of grappler characters in a bunch of different games if you're looking to get into it. Street Fighter has, of course, Zangief and now Manon in Street Fighter 6. Tekken, King is pretty much the face of grappling, and I believe soon Armor King will be joining him as one of the newer DLC characters. In Guilty Gear, it is Potemkin. He is the face of grappling in that game for sure. BlazBlue has Iron Tager. Under Night has Waldstein, but he is a bit different. He doesn't really play at the same range that most grapplers do, so do be a little wary on that one, although he is a very fun time. DNF Duel has the guy named Grappler, so I mean, go figure. I mean, some people call Bowser in Smash Brothers a grappler, but I mean, wouldn't really, I don't know if we're counting that one necessarily, but I think those are the main faces of the archetype for sure. But yeah, TLDR, what is a grappler? It's a big, slow person that wants to get in, grab you, and do a very lot of damage. If you end up playing against them, try to use your more range tools to space them out and keep them at arm's reach. And if you are the grappler player, remember that patience is key, and once you have that moment, that's when it'll all pay off. Just take your time, get in there, and hit them with the big slam. Anyway, I mean, that should be about it for grapplers. If you have any other archetypes, as always, please make sure to comment which one you would like to see a video on next. Currently, I think I will be bringing you a stance character video in the near future. And of course, if you want more structured content, you can always check out my main channel at Love and Night. Or if you want to hear some music, you know, there is the good old Love and Night topic on YouTube as well. But other than that, I appreciate you all watching. Please let me know what you'd want to see next. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. And of course, have a good night.